This is Greater Media News.
Welcome to Greater Media News. My name is Abigail Odey. Here are the top stories. The federal government on Tuesday announced plans to abolish the long-standing policy separating junior secondary schools from senior secondary schools after revealing that more than 20 million pupils are dropping out before reaching senior secondary education. Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, said the policy, introduced to separate junior and senior secondary education into distinct administrative structures, had failed to achieve its objective and had instead worsened access to education across the country. Alausa disclosed this in Abuja during the inauguration of the Universal Basic Education Commission Ministerial Implementation and Monitoring Committee. The JSS to SS structure was introduced in 1982 as part of the National Policy on Education, often referred to as the 6334 system, which was initially formulated in 1977. The federal government has approved a major overhaul of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), extending the orientation program from 3 weeks to 6 weeks as part of sweeping reforms aimed at repositioning the scheme. Under the new changes, military drills and parade activities during the orientation camp has been scrapped, while the traditional passing out parade will be replaced with a graduation ceremony. The reforms also include the introduction of a redesigned NYSC uniform to reflect professionalism and a renewed identity for the scheme. The Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, has congratulated Osasere Okundaye on emerging as Nigeria's youngest chartered accountant at the age of 16. In a statement on Monday, Olawande described the feat as a remarkable demonstration of hard work, discipline, resilience, and commitment to excellence. Okundaye earned the feat after qualifying as a chartered accountant through the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, becoming the youngest person to achieve the professional qualification in the country. Her achievement surpasses the previous record set in 2022 by Jonathan Adewale, who became Nigeria's youngest chartered accountant at the age of 17 after completing the rigorous ICANN professional examinations. Torrential rainfall lasting over 12 hours submerged property and roads in Lagos, bringing normal commercial activities and vehicular movements to a halt. The downpour, which started last week Sunday, reached a crescendo, leaving motorists and commuters stranded across the metropolis, while residents had to bail out stormwater from their homes to stay safe. Checks by newsmen revealed that areas such as Lekki, Oshodi, and environs were heavily flooded, submerged buildings, and kept vehicles floating in stormwater. Thousands of anti-migrant protesters took to the streets across South Africa yesterday, forcing businesses, shopping malls, and markets to shut down amid fears of xenophobic attacks. Nigeria evacuated another 271 of its citizens and pledged additional flights for those seeking to return home. Security agencies were placed on high alert across the country following demonstrations organized by anti-immigrant groups, which announced June 30 as ultimatum demanding the deportation of undocumented migrants. It's time for entertainment and sports news. Demilade Kayode is standing by in our other studio. Good morning, Demilade.
Good morning, Abigail. Now on entertainment scene. Disney's highly anticipated live-action reimagining of Moana is officially hitting theaters this week Friday, with massive global promotional tours already touching down in Sydney and Shanghai. Disney is positioning Moana to be its defining box office crown jewel of the 2026 summer windows. Now on sports. Nigerian sprint sensation Tobi Amusan has won the 100-meter hurdles event at the ongoing Diamond League meeting in Paris. The 29-year-old stormed to victory in Paris, running 12.28 seconds for a season's best performance. It is Amusan's third consecutive Diamond League win. Nigeria's growing footprint in world basketball was again evident at the 2026 NBA draft, with 6 players of Nigerian heritage earning selections across the 2-day event held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. The group comprises Ebuka Okori, Zubi Ejiofor, Otega Owe, Felix Okpara, Toby Lawal, and Ugonna Onyeso. That's all from my end. Back to Abigail for the rest of the news.
Thank you, Demilade. And that ends this week's news production. On behalf of the entire Greater Media crew, I wish you all a wonderful week. I still remain Abigail Odey. No press, no information.